Hi guys, this is the new link. Yes, I was just waiting a few minutes till I could see that people found it. It can tell me. Yay, here we are. And did it ask you this time about, did it ask you to come live? Sorry about that. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to create an awesome space. Trials and tribulations. I will learn. I will learn. But thank you. How is everyone tonight? Hi, Denise. Hi, Maureen. Yay. Yeah. I was clicking wrong because I guess you can have kind of like a co-host. You know what I mean? So the co-host thing, I guess, was showing you guys yourselves when you were trying to log in, and I didn't realize that I had no idea what's going on. But now I figured it out. Now I know what to do, and we will never have that issue again. Yay. So here we are. I'm excited tonight. I'm excited to, how many of you have your stuff for your witch bags tonight? Is anybody making one with me? I'm curious to know. It is so hot here. So hot here. My drink is sweating. I said that earlier. I would love to do Zoom. I'll have to do a poll. Yay. Because I love I think for our next class, or not class, for our, if you're in the coven, on the full moon, we're going to be doing something. And I think I might do, whenever we do like a craft, not the full moon, I'm sorry, the next high holiday, because we're going to have each high holiday, I'm going to have an altar decorating thing, and then like a little something we do, crafty thing. I really had fun with that last time. So I want to do that for the next one, and I want to do maybe a Zoom. I'll do a poll to see who would like that, because that way we can talk to each other and see each other's stuff. For crafts, I think it's more fun that way. Sorry. Yay, I'm glad you're making a witch bag on my pin later. I have to pick up my son. Awesome. All right, well, let's get started, and this will be up for replay, so if anybody's joining us and finds us now. Hi, Nancy, how are you? You guys know this will be up for replay, and yeah, we'll get this all figured out. So I am excited because I don't know much about aradia. I think I'm saying that right. If I'm not, correct me, because like I said, she's not one that I've worked with. There's a wicked glare in my glasses. I'm trying to figure out where it's coming from. That's why I'm going like this. Yeah, so I'm very interested to hear about her. You can, this will stay up, and I posted on the event page, and I think I put it on the group page, what you need to do so, and I can always do the instructions, or you can just watch this over again too. I can list them too online. All right, so aradia, beautiful aradia, another misunderstood, I guess you'd say. She's also known as the Queen of Witches, the witch, the moon goddess, the pilgrim, daughter of Diana, the wanderess, the queen of witches. Aradia is a powerful goddess often connected with Strigaria, that's a different word for me, Strigaria, or the old religion, that's easier for me, in Italy. She is called Queen of Witches and is thought to be a moon goddess, daughter of the great goddess Diana and the light bearer Lucifer, as told in Charles Leland's Aradia, Gospel of Witches. That sounds good. That's another book. I'm going to put this down for a second because I am also going to open a circle, because I like to do that because we do a few things. Let's see. I do not have a window open, so I'm not going to burn too much today. So if this is something we like a little reading circle, if anybody wants to recommend any other things, I do have another one after this. This is a whole year's worth of freaking reading though, so, but there's so many things to learn. There we go, smudge in our space. Sorry, I know I kind of did that backwards, but we got the introduction and then we opened our circle. There's no wrong way to do it, right? Hold on, this is burning like crazy. I'm gonna put you in there. Okay, perfect. All right. Aradia, invocation. So I'm gonna read this because we're gonna invoke her tonight. We're also gonna go on a little journey, a short little journey to meet with her like we do with all of them, which I've been really enjoying. I'll do a little drumming to get us relaxed. So her invocation is Goddess Aradia, Witch and Lady of the Moon. I dedicate myself to your wisdom and your guidance in the old way. May you illuminate the dark corners of injustice that plague this world and show me how to stand up for all that I believe in. Shine a light on ancient wisdom that flows within me so I too can reclaim my birthright as witch. I love that, actually. I got goosies all over reading that. Did anybody else? Because you know, all deep within we are. You know what I mean? We really are. I believe anyway. And another thing I wanted to say before we get into it too is I really am enjoying this because I'm finding with each of these goddesses, there's so many times I could have used them and I was afraid to use them. You know what I mean? So I'm just so like Kali, for instance, and her I've never even heard of. So I think that's pretty cool that we're learning and finding out that there are every one of these ladies, you know what I mean, that we can use in our lives. All right, so here we go. Aradia was sent down to earth by her mother, Diana, to teach those who were oppressed the ways of the witch. She sought to liberate them from the tyranny of their persecutors, as the living incarnation of the goddess, which could be referring to her followers worshiping her mother, Diana, through her. I should turn on the light, it's harder to see in here. Ara, in parentheses, altar, is a constellation in the night sky that was placed upside down so her flame of wisdom could be cast down upon the world. Dia translate to divine in ancient Greek. So Dia, Diana. Dia, so it would be Dia. Dia translates to divine in ancient Greek. In another myth, Aradia was born into an Italian family, and she had a deep connection to the spiritual realm. Her family thought that she would become a nun, but that was not to be. Her beliefs lay elsewhere, in the wisdom of the full moon. Within her soul lies the knowledge of the forgotten gods, the medicine of the herbs, and the mystery of the earth. She heard the voice of the planet of the spirits. In her human form, some believe that she was a reincarnation of the goddess, Aradia. Many feared Aradia as she worked her magic in the forest and was often apprehended and jailed because of her beliefs. She would always escape, living to work her magic another day. La Bella Pellegrina, the beautiful pilgrim, as she was called, taught the wisdom of the old religion to the people she met along her journey. Aradia is said to have been born on August 1313. Oh, that's pretty cool. And initiated into the old religion on her 13th birthday. Oh, wow. When she was locked up, trapped by her parents and the priests for her beliefs, her lover liberated her. Oh, wow. Sorry, I was like envisioning it. They escaped into the forest so she could teach her wild wisdom to the world. She was said to appear to her followers in disguise. She taught them the old ways and the whispers of the earth, the secrets of the plants that could be used to protect and heal. Aradia is powerful to work with during times of oppression. She is a hands-on goddess who connects us with our divine power to work sacred rites of protection, healing, and manifestation. Aradia can teach you to reclaim your voice, to not back down, and to connect with medicine that lies hidden in the natural world. So now we're going to go into our visualization. Reclaiming the Witch. All right, the goddess Aradia brought the teachings of the old ways to the common people, but she was persecuted for it and went underground. After all, do is I want you to lie down in a safe place, which I'm sure you are, comfortably. And we are going to, I'm going to drum into it, and then I'm going to take you on a little journey. Get yourself relaxed. Take a nice deep breath. You have no sound? Does everybody have sound? All right, I was gonna say, let me just check something real quick. Okay, everything's good on my end. I was like, oh no. Okay, good. All right, take a nice deep breath. Close your eyes. Take another couple nice deep breaths. Breathe in, hold, let's release. Again, and release. Relax your body. And you find yourself in a grotto, surrounded by fragrant trees and plants. The full moon shines brightly in the night sky. You see smoke rising from a fire, a cauldron bubbling atop the flames, and aradia standing by the fire, adding herbs to the pot. Welcome to my sacred fire. I am Aradia, queen of the witches. They tried to take the sacred words, our ancient birthright, from us, attempted to steal the magic from our bones, but they can't. The great wisdom of the old ones is etched upon you, and it will never be erased. Aradia holds her hands up to the moonlight, gathering the rays in her palms. Like the witches of the old, we too find power and medicine in the light of the moon. Here we connect with the ancient way. Come, connect if it is your will. Take a nice deep breath. Hold your hands up to the moonlight and feel the ancient wisdom flow through your fingers. You feel at peace, connected to the thread of the divine wisdom that is woven within your soul as you draw down the powerful lunar energy. Feel the wisdom of the goddess Aradia flowing around you and through you, healing you and offering you insight and clarity. where you need it in your life. As you walk in this world, take the knowledge of the ancients with you, knowing that it flows within you always. You can draw down the power of the moon and connect with its magic whenever you feel called. Take some nice deep breaths. Bring your attention back to your body. Slowly open your eyes and take another few deep breaths. As you step back into our evening, take the guidance and message that you have received from aradia with you. How does everybody feel? What did you experience? This is where I want to stop for a minute and see what you experienced while you went on that little journey. Did anybody connect? What did you see? You don't have to share. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. You do not have to share. I got goosies a few times during that whole entire thing. It was beautiful. So, some of the matters associated with aradia, reasons you can call on her, moon magic, especially the full moon. That's a great time to work with her. And I know from other things that I wrote in there too, waxing, which is the part of the dark moon. Learning the old ways and rituals. Protection, divination, manifestation, ancient knowledge and wisdom, working our magic in private, fighting back against oppression. Ah, okay. Well, it will be up too for a while, and that way you can go back and even try again. I've been in that place before. Have you? Goosebumps, feeling the power of drawing down the moon. Power of the moon. Yeah, I got goosies all over the place, just reading it and visioning it myself. I got goosebumps everywhere. So thank you for sharing too. Aradia's affirmation. I honor the magic that flows within me. I embrace the truth of all that I am. I open myself to the medicine that I am here to bring into the world. I connect with the ancient wisdom of the moon and tap into her deepest insights. Some of the things that are associated with her when working with her, and if you want to build an altar for her, just got an idea. You can tell by the way I'm like, ooh. Crystals she's associated with are auralite 23, garnet, moonstone, and selenite, which makes sense because she's of the moon. No goosebumps, but a sense of familiarity. I could see others there with her, hands to the moon around the fire. And cauldron, that's kind of what I saw, Stephanie. That's kind of what I saw. That's cool that we kind of saw similar things. Her colors she is associated with red, purple, and white. Plants and oils, rue, vervain, verbena, nettle, mugwort, wormwood, which is poisonous, it says. Archetypes, the witch, the moon goddess, the pilgrim, daughter of Diana, the wanderess, queen of the witches. Symbols, full moon, red garter, and crescent moon are her symbols. Yeah, I'd like to find a way to make these little journeys a little bit longer, because sometimes I feel like maybe it's not enough time to spend there with her. I'm kind of following the book, but maybe for the next goddess I will sit with spirit and see if there's anything else that needs to be added to make it a little bit longer so we're not jumping right in and out of it. You know what I mean? Because sometimes when I journey, it takes me a few minutes to connect. You can never talk. Oh, really? I planted a root for the first time this year. And that's another thing I found too is it seems like this year especially, a lot of the dark goddesses are showing up for a lot of different people and different ones, you know what I mean, to work with them. And a lot more people are interested in them. And I think it's very much needed right now. So here's one of the things that you can do with her, which I would like to try one night too, which I think is awesome. Divination by the full moon, water scrying. Have any of you ever water scried before? Takes me a while to connect to. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. Maybe for the next goddess. Like I said, we have 20 goddesses to go over, ladies. 20. So we will get this down to a T by the time we're done on how we're going to get this, how we're going to do this. I just hope I'm doing a good job. I don't read in front of people ever. Anyway, divination. I love divination. My mother's very good at it. The full moon offers us illumination into the unseen. Scrying using a bowl of water in the full moon's light can be a powerful divination tool for tapping into our deeper intuition. The goddess Aradia asked her followers to call upon her during the time of the full moon. So this is a potent practice to us with her magic. So your supplies you'll need for that will be a dark bowl and water to fill the bowl. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? Ow. I got messed up with the whole, my link wasn't working with YouTube, but we figured it all out. And you'll fill your bowl with water. Go outdoors, if possible, on the night of the full moon. You can also do this indoors in the light of the moon. If you have a specific question, set your intention before you begin scrying. If not, be open to what you'll be revealed. Allow the bowl of water to sit charging in the moonlight. Take some time to relax and ease your body. Focus your eyes on the water, allowing your mind to wander. Try not to control your thoughts or the images that rise. Let them move and shift naturally. When you are finished, thank the moon for illumination and insight. Pay attention to the messages that flow after the ritual ends. Dreams can continue to reveal wisdom to you after use the water as charged lunar water, or you can use it as moon water, as an offering to the goddess in your garden, in your house plants, or anywhere outside. Note, if the moon is not out, you can light the candles to have illumination. The power of the full moon is still present. And then, charging by the moonlight, lunar charging. The light of the moon is a powerful tool for charging and clearing. It can energize and cleanse sacred items such as crystals that can hold negative vibrations. Some stones are sensitive to other methods of cleansing such as water or sunlight. So a moon bath is the perfect way to clear them. Items such as tarot cards, art supplies, and jewelry can be benefited from a cleansing to release any absorbed energy. And then it goes through to tell you what you can bring to the table if you want to charge and cleanse, which a lot of us do know how to do that, but I love how it's going through. It's always a refresher. And I like how she is associated with the full moon, because every time I ever thought of a goddess with the full moon, it was always Celine. I didn't even know that she existed. So this is, I love this. I think this is very interesting. Seal an enemy. What's that? Seal an enemy. At times, people in our lives need to be stopped from causing us intentional harm. This wax seal can stop an enemy. Now, remember, as we all know here, I'm going to start by saying this, is everything we do within spell work or anything really is always with intention. Whatever our intentions are, it's going to be. So we want to go into anything, even working with dark goddesses, any goddess for that matter. You want to go into any spell that you're doing with no harm to none. You know what I mean? That's how I do everything. Even if it is a binding, even if it is this or that, I always do things with no harm to none. Like the witches read. Do what you will and harm none. I think I said it backwards. The book that we are reading from is called Dark Goddess Magic. I had some ordered for you guys, but they never came in. They say they're still coming, but I don't think they're ever going to come. You guys got them, the ones that you ordered, but I figured it out. Okay, Seal and Enemy. So you're going to need for this one, I took pictures of the pages too. I do that on the event pages. That way, whoever doesn't have the book and you want to do some of these other spells, you can. We're going to do one tonight. We're going to make the witch's bag. And you'll have certain ingredients that you want to use for it. So the Seal and Enemy, when you're doing that, it's candle, paper and pen, pin, pepper or dark herb, such as a nettle or thistle. Let's see. Gather your items and light the candle. Write your enemy's name on the paper. Fold the paper, trapping the name inside. And I always fold my paper away from me. That's another thing that I think is important. They don't say that in here, but I do if you're doing something that you don't want, you know. Let's see. Pour the wax on the paper, sealing it closed. While the wax is still pliable, use the pin to mark it with an X. Sprinkle the pepper of herbs on the wax. Envision your enemy being sealed, no longer able to bother you or cause harm. So again, you want to do it with no harm to none, and envision them in a nice way. You envision it. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? And then when finished, you burn the paper and scatter the ashes somewhere far away from you. And then it goes in and it has the whole incantation that you read when you do it. And again, I do have the pictures of the pages if you want to do any of these. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to do our witch bag. I'm super excited about this. So let's talk. Does anybody want to talk about aradia? Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any experiences? Has any of you worked with her? So I'll give you guys a few minutes too if those of you need to grab some of the supplies. This is what you're going to need to make your witch bag. You're going to need a 4-inch by 4-inch cotton or linen fabric square, a candle, small pieces of paper or one small piece of paper and pen, herbs or crystals, and I'll tell you in a second what kinds of stuff you need. Small mirror or reflective fragment, optional, you don't need that. String and like a cord to hang from your neck, like if you want to wear something around your neck that you can tie. And here's an example. If you want to create one for attraction, choose a fabric color that is in alignment with your intention. You can also match the color of your candle to your intention and your fabric. To draw love, use red or pink. For abundance, use green or gold. For harmony, healing, or peace, use blue. Use purple for divination. White can be substituted for any color if you don't have those colors. And it says create these during the waxing moon, which we are. Tonight is a waxing gibbous, so this is the perfect time to do so. The herbs that you're going to want and the crystals to be used for, it's basically, like I said, intention, whatever feels good to you and for what you're doing. You don't have to go by the book. It's one, I always used to thought you do not have to go by the book. So for love, for instance, rose quartz, pink calcite, basil for herbs, cinnamon, clove, roses. For abundance, you're going to want citrine, green aventurine, rutilated quartz. It says fern. I didn't know that. Orange, cedar, ginger, wheat, rice. As I know, rosemary, basil, cinnamon. Those are other things that you can add. Let's see. Peace, amethyst, celestite, lavender, violet. So anything that correlates with what you're doing. You guys pretty much know that. And if you're doing, protection, it can be, tourmalines, obsidians, and herbs for that as well. So whatever your intentions, whatever kind of bag you're making. All right, I'm gonna set up real quick. Is anybody else doing this with me? Or am I on my own? I'm always on my own, man. That's so funny. No, I'm just kidding. Lights, candles. I'm actually going to turn the light on just a little bit brighter so I can see. I got it all dark in here for, for what we're doing. Actually, I don't think I have to go. I think what I can do, though, is maybe tilt you guys just a little bit, but you can't see. Let's see if I can bring it down just a little bit more. Ooh, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Sorry. I'm gonna turn you around, I think. That way you can see the table. I didn't think about this before. Ready? I'm gonna do a flip-de-doo. And turn you guys around. Let me move this. This is heavy. I got my crystal ball on there. Okay. You guys hanging in there with me? Bring it down. Turn you around. Okay. So here's my little area. Get a little brighter in here. So I got my two little, and let me know if you guys can see okay and all that jazz. Okay. So I got my two pieces of fabric. Mine's actually more of a silkier material. I didn't really have anything, so I used like an old nightie. Isn't that funny? I got my cords. I don't know what color I'm going to use for those. And then I got this too. I got my herbs and my crystals in here. I got a citrine, I got a herkimer, and I make my own money herbs. So mine is going to be for money, wealth, prosperity is what I'm going to do mine with. And then I always have gold sparkles because I love my gold sparkles. And I got the candles, and I got a green candle lit. So you're going to light your candle. And this is different from any way I make it. I'm going by the book here just to see how they make it and see how it comes out. I'm excited. So light your candle. Now I want you to take your piece of paper. So you want just a little piece of paper. It doesn't have to be big. Are you guys ready? I didn't even ask. Is everybody ready to do this that is participating? Sorry about that. So I'm going to take a piece of paper probably about this big. Yeah, let me know, because I don't want to leave anybody in the dark if I'm ahead of you. So just making sure you guys aren't saying anything, so I'm going to keep moving. Sorry, my feet are like right there. Write your intentions on the paper. The intentions that you want for your witch bag. Okay, good. So like I said, mine's going to be an abundance of wealth, prosperity, money, that kind of thing. And let me write that down. And then when you're done writing your stuff down, you're going to fold it and place it in the middle of the fabric. So sorry. Okay, and I'm going to fold it towards me because I'm calling it into me. So I'm going to put that in the middle of my, let's see, fold it and place it in the middle of the fabric with herbs and crystals. So now we can do what we got to do here. So first what I'm going to do, I put my intentions down on the paper. I'm going to take my herbs next. Or no, actually, I'm going to take my citrine next because my citrine, I meant to do my crystals next. My citrine, as it is for prosperity, wealth, money, growth in business. And then I'm going to, I have a Herkimer diamond. I'm taking my Herkimer diamond because I love the energies of the Herkimer. Whoops. This stupid thing again. I don't know how that happens. I love the energies of the Herkimer diamond. It also enhances, kind of like a quartz, the properties of the other stones. So I'm going to put that in there. And everything you place, you want to place with intention. And then those are the only crystals that I'm putting in mine. You can, if you have more, add more. Then I'm going to take my herbs. So you can, if you don't have them crunched up like mine, you can do it one by one, or you can take a crumple up, take a pinch. And as I'm placing mine in, I'm going to put my intentions in there as well of an abundance of health, or abundance of prosperity and wealth and money. And in my mind, I'm going to envision how it's coming in. You know what I'm going to see in my mind's eye how it's coming to me, with no harm to none, all for the highest good of everyone. Okay. And you can really put anything that you want that goes along with your intentions inside these witch bags. Okay, now it says gather the edges. I'm trying to figure out how we're going to close this here because it doesn't say how to close it. Gather the edges together and tie with string. All right, so why did they tell you to get two? Oh, they didn't. Just one. I read that wrong. So just one. So now what we're going to do, I'm not perfect, guys, is you're going to take each side like so, and then we're going to take our little, I'm not going to use a cord. I'm going to use this right here, and we are going to tie in our intentions. And as I'm tying my knots, I always set an intention with each knot I tie. On this one, I usually like to tie 3, but this is tiny. A lot tiny. I would have made a bigger bag if I wasn't following the rules. I usually don't follow the rules. I don't know why I did. My fingers are not working. Okay, there we go. So this is another way you can do it if you don't want to tie it all in the same place and get your 3 in. So I set my first intention for an abundance of wealth, and then I'm going to set my second intention. I'll tie it this way. I'm actually going to throw an abundance of health in there as well. And then on this side, I'll tie it one more way. So this is my 3 knots. And I'm doing this one with protection, tying that one with the intentions of protection. And there is my little witch bag. Super cute. Oh my God, it smells so good. Ooh, I love the smell of my herbs. I love the smell of my herbs. Oh my God. And you know, you could even make bigger one of this. Oops, sorry about my feet again. You could even make bigger ones of these, and you could put them like in your panty or sock drawer. I don't have scissors. Your panty or sock drawer, because they smell really wonderful. But there's your little bag. I really like my little bag. It turned out freaking cute, man. Yeah, you know, Denise, I had to work with, believe it or not, well, because I craft and stuff, I had a lot more than the usual person. But, for instance, fabric, I didn't have those colors fabrics, so I just took the nightie, an old nightie, and cut it up. And then I did have this stuff, and I did have herbs, so all that worked out. But this part I had to improvise. But I like it. I think it came out really freaking cute. And it says you can carry it with you for as long as you feel the desire for adding whatever intention you put in there, whether it be protection, health, wealth, love, happiness, any of those. And you can even do combinations. Sometimes I'll do the bags as a combination. You know what I mean? I've made these before. It's a combination of things or whatever I need in my life at that time. And you can use a combination of colors, a combination of crystals, a combination of herbs. Again, as always, it's always about intention. You know what I mean? And what we put in it and what we're doing. I'm going to turn this back around real quick. Oh, one more thing. Let's take our bags. Oh my God, I almost forgot. I have to seal. I seal everything. And what am I thinking, ladies? I got excited about the prettiness. Okay, so you can do it with me, and I will even direct my energy towards yours as well to seal all your intentions in. Because if you don't know what I'm about to say, it's the way I seal things in. Take a deep breath. Be the pentacles that I wear, water, fire, earth, air, ruled by spirit as all should be. As I speak, so mote it be, sealed. So there we go. Now everything is sealed in there. Hi, Chris, how are you? I got excited, I lost my voice. I was just gonna turn it around. This is our little fun room that we hang out in. We got a TV in here. Let me see. I'm trying to get you guys back on me, actually. There we go. Do. Hi. Oh, that's funny. My dog heard me. He thinks someone's here now. So if you did make a witch bag, I would love to see your bags, to see what they look like. That's another thing eventually, once we get going in the Coven group, if you're not a part of it yet. But if you are, ladies, we are going to be doing more stuff like that. I got to make schedules and stuff, but full moon, new moons, definitely, and then high holidays. But this was very interesting. I really like what Aradia has to offer. I think there are many places in my life, or at least a few places in my life, that I could call upon her. I love that she has to do with the moon, because I too love to work with the moon energies. Same with water energies. I am like a water priestess. I am a water priestess. So that's one of my things is those energies. So does anybody have any questions? Like I said, I'd love to see your bags. If you don't want to show me, you don't have to. It's just me. And I also, our next, that's what I wanted to say. Jeez, I had a brain fart there. Our next goddess, which isn't next Sunday, but the Sunday after, because we all decided to do every other Sunday, is Persephone. I'm excited about Persephone. So that'll be a cool class. And I'm going to go ahead, like I said, I'm going to dive deeper into the meditation, and I'm going to sit with spirit, or sit with the goddesses, and see what they want me to do to make the meditation go a little bit longer, because I feel like the book makes it too short, and we need a little bit more time to connect with these goddesses, a little bit more time with them, to sit with them and see the messages that they have. Because I know when I journey myself, when I go down there, like I said before, it takes me a minute. I have to connect that way. Hi, Oliver. So I'm going to feel that out and see how that goes for Persephone. I'm super excited, also known as the Dark Queen. I made a small one so I can carry it with me. Yes, and I think that's why they gave you the 4x4 dimensions in there, because you can put that right in your pocket. And it smells great. I was thinking even in the car, you know, it'd be cool, is you could hang them in the car, like next to your vent, so they could smell that. It's my creative ideas. I'm like, ooh, now I'm going to make vent car things. The artist in me, I can't stop. One of the other I wanted to talk about with Aradia was, where was it? Oh my goodness, it's so hot, buddy, isn't it? I'm going to do the divination by the full moon. Water. Oliver. Come on, buddy, this way. He's going to knock over everything. Go on. Come on. Animals. I just got a welcome mat that says welcome to our jungle. A wild bird, an axolotl, and a wild dog. So yeah, I'd like to do the divination spell by the full moon, the water scrying. I think that would be cool. I don't know. How many of you are familiar with scrying? Do any of you do the scrying? Yeah, I'm gonna figure that out so we can have the longer meditations, because it doesn't sit with me right. This is our third goddess, and I just feel like each one wants us to sit with them longer, like they have more messages that's not, because clearly they're gonna have messages for you that I'm not reading in the book. You know what I mean? I want you to sit with them. I truly wish that I could like drum and talk at the same time, but I'm not that coordinated. Otherwise, I'd talk at the same time and drum, because I think the drumming helps. But I'll figure it out to where we can spend a little bit more time with them before we get right to the point of what they want us to do. You know, like the Kali wanted us to slay our demons. But it was so quickly, I felt like we needed more time talking to her and slaying those demons and see what messages they had for us. So I've never knowingly done it. It's, I'm excited about that, because we'll make it a little bit longer. The divination, I was wondering if anybody else is dabbled in it, or if anybody else has any experience with it, because I'm good at it, but I never understand my messages. That's my problem. I have a very hard time. And then when I see it in real time, like all of a sudden I'm like, oh my goodness, this is what I saw in my ball. I use my crystal ball. I use my crystal ball, love. Of course I do. But I use it a lot when I do that kind of stuff. And I see things, but I don't know how to, like, I don't know what it means. Some of it I just don't know. And then the things that haven't come yet, like the future, I guess, and then all of a sudden it happens. I'm like, holy shit, I swear that's what I saw in my crystal ball. So I'm just curious if anybody else has worked with it. My mother's very good at it. She just looks at anything. Crystals. It's like a fucking wall with like a knots in it, you know what I mean? Like a knot, like a piney wood, but she just sees shit everywhere. She's really good at it. Clouds. But yeah, this was fun. I really like doing the spells at the end of the reading circle. I think that's a lot of fun. Let's see, actually, does Persephone, do you have to do hers on the dark moon? That's the only thing. Some of them, they tell you when to do them, and when we have our classes, it may not be that time. It's been so long for me scrying. That's so awesome. We should try it one night on the in the coven. We should try it. I should go live one night. We should all sit down and try to try. I'm tired. Try to scry. You know, that's where we could incorporate Zoom too, is when we do stuff like that. La 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 la. Blessings, no, so we're gonna be able to do it. Awesome. And there are, for her, there are 3 different spells to do. There's Blessing a Lover, Mirror Mirror Spell Reversal, or Worlds Apart Love Invocation During Times of Separation. Which ones do you want to do? Which one do you want to do? I'm thinking we do the Mirror Mirror Reversal spell. Unless anybody has a lover that's far away. If you have a lover far away, we could do the far away lover. Or you could bless a lover. We could do that one too, whichever one you wanted. Oh, so it looks like also, I'm going to have to come on and let you guys know too, because for the part where we do our journey, it's a little different for her. And you're going to need a childhood photo of yourself, I think. So I'm going to look at that more, and I'm going to start an event page, and I'll let you guys know what you need for that, because that looks kind of cool. So yeah, has anybody got any questions? Does anybody have anything to say? Is there anything else? Or are we going to call it today? I am going to close our circle, though. I hope everybody had a beautiful 4th of July weekend. We did. We totally did. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yay. Our circle is closed, and we are free to go. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for going on this journey with me in everything that I'm doing right now and supporting me with it. I truly appreciate you. I love you all. We are a sisterhood, and I'll get this YouTube down with our reading classes and stuff like that. And I'll see you guys, and not next Sunday, but the Sunday after. And I'm super excited to see you. And before then, I will make an event page for Persephone, and I will be more active with that and kind of post a little bit more what we need. And yeah, we'll take it from there. I'm excited to hang with you guys next time. I like hanging with you. Have a beautiful night. Thank you for coming, and thank you to all the replay viewers that do watch. And again, I do apologize for the confusion in the beginning with the links and stuff. Now we have that figured out, so it won't happen again. And we'll also figure out, like, I'm gonna do some polls and stuff to see how you guys feel about a few things. All right, love you guys. Have a great night. Mwah. Bye. If I can stop it every single time, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how to turn off. Here we go. Okay, night, night, guys. Night, night.